War. War never changes.
Now you're gonna work. Okay. Hey guys, Demented here, and welcome back to Trick or Treat. I'm sorry about that. My thing wasn't working again. It doesn't like this game for some reason. But anyway, we're going to continue exactly where we left off. I even remember reading this line, but I'll read it again. So, welcome to part 2 of Trick or Treat. Interesting story. I didn't know that such a story was hiding in this town. I said, honestly surprised. Even if it's a lie, it managed to hold my interest. I'm holding the microphone now. I don't know why I'm holding the stand. Wait, there's something more. Alfred said at the same time. Oh, that was Alfred. Time as he scrolls to the comments. We read what was written here. Written there. A couple of comments call our attention. Both of them talk about some creature. At that time, they felt a horrible fear for what could happen to them. Well, the two comments share great similarities, but they could have been written by the same person. There are many others that deny it. Why does that weird British, like, Liverpool accent come out when I'm reading this? I'm not even... I don't know. Weird. Looks like many people went to the forest because of the legend, but couldn't find anything. I thought that you only read these things to look more cool before the girls, replied Stephen as a joke. Alfred giggles with a little shame. Apparently yes. He admitted it. I'm sorry, I just picture Alfred as being a nerd, which they said he was nerdy. He admitted it. That was a secret everybody silently knew. Well, well now. We have an activity for tonight, Stephen said at the same time. He makes a face overflowing with enthusiasm. What? I asked, completely lost. I thought we were just killing time. Simple. Let's go to that forest, Stephen replied without hesitation. He seemed really fascinated by the story. Are you insane? Said Alfred, unable to believe what he just heard. You only needed to look at his face to know he did not like the idea. Despite everything you've heard, you want to go? Of course! It would be a test of courage among us three, replied Stephen, full of confidence. Perhaps too much. He should relax a bit. Don't tell me you're afraid. I know. Why should I be afraid? Answered Alfred at the same time. He folds his arms, making a false gesture of security. It's more obvious that you're afraid, Alfred. Almost as much as when you have to talk with a girl. And what about you, Axel? Don't tell me you won't come. Suddenly Stephen asks me at the same time, looking at me mockingly. Don't tell me you want to be the chicken of the group. I hate that tone of voice he used. I will never give you that, I said without thinking, showing a confident smile and look. Well, let's not say more. Take your coats, backpacks, flashlights, and some food. We are going to the forest, said Stephen, full of energy. Yeah! We three said in unison, as if we were going to have some kind of private party. Not really knowing what we were doing or what we were going to find. I forgot to change the volume on my mic. 2:13 a.m. I awake completely confused, not knowing how much time had passed. My head hurts like hell, but I can't blame it. Fortunately, the pain goes away quickly, just as my confusion. Soon I come back to my senses. My flashlight is laying on the ground, shining towards the empty air. I immediately pick it up, as it was my only protection against the darkness that surrounds me. Then I remembered that Stephen and Alfred were with me. Stephen! Alfred! Can you hear me? Without thinking, I screamed their names in the dark while trying to find them with my flashlight, but there is no trace of them. They are gone. I noticed you guys, I couldn't really hear myself in the very well. I could, but not well. So I knew I had to talk a little louder or just hold the mic up close. So hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. Where the hell are they? And why the heck just happened? I really don't understand anything. Shit, we should have stayed at home. This is not a proof of courage. We could be in danger. My friends are playing games. I have to find them. Hopefully the webcam's at a good point. It looks like it might be over a little far to me. It all got bumped around because Daniel had got his foot wrapped around a cable. 2:19 a.m. Little time had passed since I started looking for my friends, and I already can't stand this place. I'm going crazy in this forest. The darkness that covers it is unnatural. It is a darkness that steals your own sanity, replacing it with anxiety. To make it worse, the air is damp and cold as in winter, carrying a strong rot smell. That was a weird way to say rot, but that was kind of cool. As if there were corpses of animals hidden throughout the forest. I guess our kid's a smoker or something, I don't know. The atmosphere in this place is oppressive. With every step you take, it makes you more uncomfortable. Since I started to look for my friends, I felt that something is watching me. But there is nothing. I sigh with my voice full of frustration. I just want to get out of here. I continue walking devoid of all hope. No matter where I look or how much I walk, I find nothing. I can't even hear the sounds of animals. Rather, it seems that they are already dead and rotting. No, I have to calm myself. I wish I would leave the names up the whole time, because then I would know who's talking. No, I have to calm myself. I said to myself. I stopped for a moment to get rest. I breathe deeply, but the rotten air of this place does me no good. Immediately I start to cough. As if something had been stuck in my throat. Shit! What am I going to do? This cursed forest seems endless. And even if by some miracle I could escape, I cannot abandon Stephen and Alfred. I'm really screwed up. Again I sigh, feeling the verge of tears. My frustration is building up, but I have to do my best to keep calm. If I fall into despair, then there's no doubt I would be joining the list of the missing persons. In the end, I decided to keep walking. Step by step, I should get somewhere. At least I was convinced that staying in the same place would not do me any good. Even if it was only to deceive myself, feeling that I am doing something, I wanted to continue walking. Time passes without any changes. Only the sound of my footsteps can be heard. Knowing that as soon as you stop, you will be surrounded by dead silence is a good incentive to keep walking. But my legs are already hurting. Suddenly I hear a crack at my feet. Instantly I take a step back and look below. That's not how you spell below. Below. Is it? I don't know. Maybe it is. It looks funny. Below to see what made that sound. What is this? I whispered to myself, surprised, discovering that I had stepped on an animal bone. I believe that it's from an animal, although I don't rule out the possibility of it belongs to a person. But for my own good, I prefer not to think about it. An expression of anguish drawn on my face. It's best to ignore it. I have to keep walking. Suddenly, my flashlight reveals something. Without hesitation, I point towards there again. Only to realize with surprise that it is that white cat. The one from before, which made that awful meow. But this time, I find it lying on the ground. It appears to be fainted and is wounded. Then what should I do? Oh God. Knowing the cat's mean, I would probably ignore it, but in real life, I would probably pick it up. Let's ignore the cat. It's best to continue without waking her. The cat is dangerous. It's her fault that I ended up in this place and my friends are missing. I don't know what else that cat is capable of doing, but I decided it's better to leave it behind and continue walking. I didn't know there was going to be choices. 2:37 a.m. Watch, the cat could have probably saved me or something. I soon lost sight of the cat. Once more I find myself in the dark forest, walking aimlessly, only moving forward, but it didn't seem to get... It seemed I was getting somewhere. Come here, you'll be safe. I suddenly stopped. It was probably easy to see the disbelief on my face at that moment. It's that voice again. I whispered to myself with no one listening to me. Shortly after I got away from the cat, a mysterious voice appeared in my mind. It's a feminine voice. Feminine voice, soft and gentle, as if it belonged to a princess from a fairy tale. Oh, that's gonna be horrible to try. But I can't trust it. Am I really going crazy, or is this forest that doesn't make any sense? I don't know, but I don't like any of the two options. Okay, so it says voice. I thought it said like voyeur or something like that. Like, but don't be afraid. Come with me. I will help you. I am horrible with female voices. Every time the voice is heard more clearly, stronger and more often, she seems to be leading me somewhere. It does not inspire me with confidence, but between the voice and staying here in this putrid forest, that seems to have no end, I choose to follow it. Should have brought some water in with me. Shortly after, I arrived to a clearing in the forest. At last I can see the night sky. The full moon shines elegantly, surrounded by a blanket of darkness and stars. It is a beautiful image, but there is something strange in it. How weird, wasn't there a half moon tonight? I said to myself, as I look at the moon and try to remember a vague memory in my mind. Anyway, it's not important. The moon will not come to save me. I lower my sight. It was then that I noticed there was a cabin in the clearing. It was hidden under the shade of the trees nearby, so I didn't see it before, I think. The cabin looks old and worn down, even depressing, but if I am lucky, there may be someone there. Open the door. I am waiting for you, my knight. Suddenly I hear the voice again. It is in this cabin, no doubt. Somehow, her voice sounds different this time. Well, I did make a different voice, actually. It's kind of funny. Or I tried. It has an inexplicable kindness, even love. I feel as if I were a man returning home to see his wife. After thinking about it for a moment, I can't help but laugh at myself. How silly I must be, really losing my mind. I said as a joke, hiding my anxiety with humor. In any case, there is nothing else for me than to open the door. However, I cannot stop thinking that I'm forgetting something. My hand then slowly opens the door of the cabin. What awaits me there is something that leaves me perplexed. The bodies of the 5 missing people were hanging as if they were puppets. with empty eyes, but all of them are facing me. That'd be creepy. Between them is a woman with a big smile. I opened my eyes wide with amazement, and my lips got dry. Finally, I remembered what I was forgetting when it was too late. "Thank you for saving me, by giving me your life," said the voice with an indescribable love, but announcing my horrible destiny. "It's true, Matthew disappeared in a clearing without any trace. I have no breath to speak. I just know that we can add someone more to the list." I'm sorry, I thought that was the female. Oh, really? That's it? We will go back and see what happens if you pick up the cat. If it'll allow me to. Can I just load? Yes, I can. Okay. And we'll skip past all this till we get to the cat. I can't pause the recording because this software doesn't allow that. Yeah. Boom, boom. Why did I turn Asian there for a minute? Asian music. Get your fingers away from that. Just because I'm curious, and I'm sure some of you guys are pretty curious about it too. Because I want to see if it gives you a different ending. So I may end up reading some of the same stuff. We'll see. I'm going to start reading again after we get back to the cat. My kid is noisy. There's the cat. Okay. Pick it up. Pick her up. Really? So it doesn't make a difference. Oh, okay. Even if it's unnatural, it's still an animal. I then bent down to see her closer. She is unconscious, and there is a thin line of blood coming from her mouth. Oh no. I'm a real idiot, I said to myself. At the same time, I cleaned the blood from her mouth with a handkerchief that I had with me. Fortunately, she doesn't wake up. I then closed her mouth, making her appearance a little better. Now she seemed to be peacefully sleeping. So does the cat even make a difference? After a long sigh, I decided to pick her up carefully. Leave it alone, Daniel. I don't know what the powers of this cat are, but if she brought me here, maybe she can return me to my world. With her in my arms, I decided that the best thing I could do is continue walking. 2:31 a.m. Again, I found myself in the dark forest, walking aimlessly, only moving forward, but it didn't seem I was getting somewhere. In my arms, I carry the cat, which sleeps soundly. Come here, you'll be safe. I suddenly stopped. It was probably easy to see the disbelief on my face at the moment. It's that voice again. I whispered to myself, with no one listening to me. Again, we're reading some of the same stuff. Shortly after I found the cat, a mysterious voice appeared in my mind. It is a feminine voice, soft and gentle, as if it belonged to a princess from a fairy tale. Am I really going crazy? Or is this force that doesn't make any sense? I don't know, but I don't like any of the two options. I then feel the cat move in my arms. I look down at her confused, just to see how she opens her red eyes suddenly. I become quiet in that instant. For a moment, the two stayed motionless, staring into the eyes of the other. The red eyes of the cats are disturbing to me. But also, there's something fascinating about them. Something that attracts me. I lose myself in her eyes as if hypnotized, until suddenly she jumps with the intention of scratching my face. My reflex is pushing her. At the same time, I jump back, turning my head to dodge her claws. I managed to dodge her attack, but in the process I dropped my flashlight. I panicked and acted clumsily. The flashlight falls near me, lighting up a tree in the vicinity. As soon as it left my hands, I remember how dense this abnormal darkness is. I quickly pick it up, not even thinking before taking action. I then light the place where the cat was, only to discover she had arched her back angrily, or body angrily, as if she feared an attack from me. Those red eyes stare at me, shining with the light of the flashlight as they were jewels, reflecting a fearsome hatred and rejection towards me. My body freezes after seeing them. I can't even think. The cat then lets out a thunderous meow, similar to the one before, but weaker, although not any less frightening. There is no doubt that there is something wrong with that animal. It must be cursed. Oh, excuse me. Everything is her fault. She must be some kind of evil spirit, a pet of the witches. I feel how panic seizes me. My heart beats quickly, begging me to do something. My mouth is dry, my forehead covered with cold sweat. What should I do? God, you're gonna give me another choice? And I don't have the save thing? Should we confront the cat? Confront the cat. No, I should not despair. I have to calm down and think carefully about what I should do. With that in mind, I take a deep breath and look again at her. Soon the expression of my eyes changes from fear to courage. My phone just beat. Here went off. I realize it's only a cat, without a doubt, a strange one. But my life is not actually in danger. So, ladies, on Twitch. Oh, okay. I'll have to watch him in a minute. If you guys are into, I think it's Elder Scrolls that he plays, then go check out Grease Monkey Fred on Twitch, by the way. That's who's streaming. That's usually what he plays. I believe it's called Elder Scrolls. I can tell you here in just a minute, actually. Because I guess it'll tell me. Yeah, Elder Scrolls Online. Anyway, back to the game. That isn't a tiger staring at me, but a simple cat. Apparently, her only power are those weird meows. If she could kill me, she would have already done it. So I rule out that possibility. Her work must be transporting the next victim to this area of the forest, so unnatural and shady. After filling my lungs with air, I slowly walk towards the cat. Her meows get louder with every step, but I don't let them scare me. Seeing that I do not turn back, she shyly takes a step back. In my mind, I smiled at that image. The prey is now the hunter. I look at her directly while advancing. Little by little, her meows become weaker, as if she was losing strength. Then I suddenly jump and take her in my hands. She hardly resists at all. Not so tough now, are you? No, that's not what it says. You look better like this. She is trembling in my hands. She looks so helpless that I almost feel like a villain. But I must not forget all that she has done so far. It's... Okay, what's with the semicolon? It's... I'm curious. Semicolon's not even in the right spot, so I don't know. It's right next to it on the keyboard. It's her fault that I'm in this place. She brought me here. Then if I kill her, would it be possible to go back? God, I really don't want to kill the cat. For a moment, a grim idea crossed my mind. I better save just in case. Let's do a quick save. Oh, shoot. Not what I want. Not what I want. Not what I want. That's what I want. Yes. Okay. Oh, gosh. Back. There we go. For a moment, a grim idea crossed my mind. I'd never killed an animal. The truth is, I can't be proud of myself for doing such a thing. But if I do, maybe this legend could end here and now. Then what should I do? Oh, God. Let's see what happens if we just keep her captured. I honestly don't want to kill the cat. The only logical... It is only logical. The magic should die along with the cat. That should be my ticket back. If I kill her, everything would be over tonight, and the legend would come to an end. Confident that it was for the best, I try to view it in my mind. But no matter how hard I force myself to see it, in the end, I am unable to take the life of another living being. Even if it is a cursed cat serving a witch, I don't feel good killing her. I think I'm too nice for my own good. That's actually true. So, the only thing that remains is to keep her with me, hoping that sooner or later she allows me to escape. With nothing more to think about, I decided the best thing to do is continue with my path. 2:41 a.m. It's been a few minutes since I captured the cat. Again, I find myself walking with her in my arms, led by the strange voice. How long have I been walking in this forest? Apparently not long enough to make me go mad, but it should be close. Don't be afraid. Come with me. I will help you. The voice sounds closer this time. It seems that I'm going in the right direction. I don't fully trust in it, but it's the best I have. At least at the first glance, it seems a friendly voice. I'm completely focused on my path, or on my way, when I suddenly feel something bite me. Oh, the cat bit me. What the heck? I shot in pain, realizing the cat bit my arm. Fortunately, it wasn't a dangerous bite, but it sure was painful. With my distraction, she takes the chance to jump from my arms, falling a few steps away from me. Quickly, I set my gaze upon her, furious. But soon, something happens that makes me forget about my anger. Sorry if you hear a buzzing in the background, I just turned on the fan. It's hot in here. Suddenly, the cat became covered with a bright light. So much that it repels all the unnatural darkness surrounding the forest, stealing my breath. Under the light, its figure gradually changes until it ceases to be a cat and becomes a human figure. No longer is there a cat in front of me, but a girl with incredible beauty. I must really be going crazy. She has white hair and red eyes. She seems about my age. In other circumstances, I would have asked her out without hesitation. Just thinking about it makes me laugh to myself in my mind. Even at the edge of madness, it seems some things about me will never change. Turn the fan down so hopefully you guys don't hear it. She approaches slowly towards me, one step at a time with no fear. The girl then stares into my eyes with a slightly irritated face. Her lips are moving. She seems to be saying something, but I am unable to hear the sound. Are you trying to tell me something? I babbled, still confused, with a face of disbelief. Oh, excuse me. Which surely made me look stupid. Said the girl. Really? She didn't say anything. She just... Okay. Said the girl with a very low voice. I do not understand what she is saying. What? I can't hear you very well. I asked, still confused. Suddenly the girl pouts in a bad mood. What's wrong with you? Are you deaf? Finally, I could hear her clearly. I'm sorry, that made me laugh for some reason. And just in time, because it seems her patience was about to end. Okay, now I hear you. I said, annoyed. All of my astonishment from just a few seconds ago disappears when I see the arrogant attitude of the girl. At least now I don't think she will bite me. I hope. Kinky. The girl snorts with irritation. What an annoying guy I had to find, she said. At the time, she places a hand on her lips, making a pensive face. Wait, shouldn't you speak ill of something? You shouldn't speak ill of someone you have right before you. I was quick to respond. For a moment, I feel annoyed at the thought that I have to teach manners to the spirit, or whatever she was. A pity so much beauty wasted on someone so arrogant. The girl let out a snort of annoyance after hearing me. I'm sorry. It's a bad habit that I can't quit. she answered, without sounding very repentant, clearly in a false apology. After talking, she diverts her gaze towards the surroundings as if she was bored. I see, I replied, annoyed. I just met her, and I already feel like I don't like her. But anyway, that doesn't matter. I must not forget who this girl is. She was the cat that started it all. Anyway, at least, could you tell me why you attacked me and my friends? I asked shortly after, acting more seriously. The greetings were over. It's time to get to the important stuff. And why did you bite me as if I wasn't doing anything? Or if I wasn't doing anything? Before I knew it, my lips moved, asking another question. I cannot lie. I was angry. Oh. The girl then stares at my face. She blinks with curiosity before speaking. Does it hurt? The wound? She asked innocently. Yes. I was quick to respond with annoyance. I didn't need to say more. Of course it hurts me, silly cat. She looks at me in silence for a few seconds until suddenly she approaches me without any shyness or fear. On second thought, how could a simple human such as me scare a cat that couldn't turn into a person? Show me your wound. Oh, show me your wound, said the girl once she stood right next to me. Her presence makes me nervous. This girl seemed not to know what person's space is. As embarrassing as it sounds, I have never had a girl this close. Really? If only it wasn't in this forest. I don't know why I shouldn't trust her, but strangely something tells me she has no bad intentions. The girl is surrounded by a calm aura, something pure, unlike anything else in this forest. In the end, resigning myself with a sigh, I show her my arm with the bite. Immediately, the girl sets her sights on my wound. It'll only take a moment, she said with complete confidence. Then she looks up into my eyes. Could you close your eyes? She asked. She blushes slightly. I am surprised to see that embarrassed face she has, even if it is just a little. Then I sigh, feeling something wasn't right. But there's nothing else I can do. Okay, something tells me to do another save. We'll do, okay, whatever slot that is. 4. I feel like another decision's coming up. Okay. I said, doing as she asked. I didn't know what to expect. For a moment, I thought she would get naked or something like that. But what kind of magic can work only when you have no clothes? I don't know, but my mind sure wanted to imagine that. Come on, Axel, keep your composure. Suddenly, I feel something warm and wet touch my wound. Immediately, I shudder. She turned back into a cat, probably licking the wound. Wait, what are you doing? It's a stupid question, because I knew well what she was doing. She was licking my wound. You idiot! Who said you could watch? Was quick to respond to the cat. With her cheeks red in embarrassment, her lips still close to my wound, she looked adorably troubled. Don't you see? I'm just trying to heal you. And she then added in the back. I'm sorry. English is clearly, whoever wrote this is not their first language. Which is fine, I'm just saying. It makes it a little difficult to read. I said, blushing. I thought you would do something more extraordinary. Now I'm not sure. Is she a girl who could transform into a cat? Or a cat that can become a girl? Sorry to disappoint you, but Sorry to disappoint you, I'm not being extraordinary enough, murmured the girl at the same time. She gives me an annoyed look, red eyes shining with disgust. It is then that I realize the pain has disappeared. With curiosity, I look where the wound was, only to discover that now there's no trace of it. For a couple of seconds, I stay silent, incredulous. It seems that your treatment worked, I finally said grateful, still looking at the spot. But of course, I have experience healing myself. answered the girl, closing her eyes, inflating her chest to show her pride. I appreciate what she did, but I still wondered if she really had to lick it to cure me. I understand, but who are you? The girl makes a small snort with curiosity after hearing my question. Then she tilts her head and closes her eyes, making a thoughtful face. It seems I have not presented myself. She opens her eyes and gazes into mine. My name is Ashley. Hey, we finally got a name. So that's her name. I expected something more extravagant. My name is Axel. By the way, have you ever been accused of witchcraft? Accused of witchcraft. Before I knew it, I asked the question. I guess it was rather rude from me, completely lacking in manners. But I must not forget for even a second that I am in this cursed forest. Ashley suddenly became silent at the plain sight. It was obvious she didn't take it well. She takes her time before responding. Yes, but that was a long time ago. Then she closes her eyes and exhales, emptying her lungs. She seemed to be recalling something painful. Just seeing her made me feel guilty. I'm sorry, it was not my intention to make you remember it, I said slightly remorseful. No doubt that being accused of witchcraft must have been a horrible experience. Ashley closed her eyes and nods a couple times. It's okay. It's not like I can blame your curiosity seeing where we are. Then she looks at me closely with curious eyes. By the way, how do you know about me? Perhaps you are a sorcerer who has lived during these past centuries? She asked, narrowing her eyes as if she was trying to see the inside of my mind. What kind of question is that? No, nothing like that, I answered at the moment. I'm just an ordinary person. I admitted, boring, but she didn't need to know that. It's just that there are stories about witches in this forest, but as you can see, the stories are not very convincing, or else I wouldn't be here. I explained, trying to remove any doubt that Ashley may have. Again, she closes her eyes and nods. I understand. She pauses and looks me in the eyes. It's because of those stupid myths that stupid humans come to this forest, just like you. She then said, looking at me with rejection. Wait. What are you trying to say? We are to blame? I replied, feeling offended. Ashley suddenly looks at me, disgusted. Oh, I'm so itchy. Are you an idiot? Yes, if you hadn't come, my existence would be nice and peaceful, instead of this chaos that it is every year, she said, ending with a sigh of frustration. But you're the one who causes all of this, I was quick to respond. I don't even bother to hide my anger. I can't believe what she says. How arrogant can she be? Ashley opens her eyes wide, surprised. Then she looks at me with annoyance in her red eyes. Do you not understand, stupid human? Definitely I don't like this girl. I'm only trying to protect you. Her words take me by surprise. Huh? I exclaimed incredulously. You attack me, and I'll attack my friends, only to protect us? Yes, she simply replied. At the same time, she nods, filled with pride and confidence. Oh, okay, that's it. I'm getting out of here. I cannot believe how arrogant and self-centered this girl is. After everything she did to me and my friends, I cannot stand her any longer. Wait! I had only taken a few steps when I heard her calling me. She sounds really worried. You don't understand the real danger you're in here. I stop in my tracks as soon as I hear her. Real danger? I whispered, feeling some doubts. Suddenly I shiver. It doesn't look like she's lying. Yes, I try to chase them away using illusions. Other times I hit them with my powers. And as a last resort, I scare them directly, as it was in your case. Ash looked confused, blushing a little as she felt embarrassed of remembering. And why do you do that? I asked, confused. Something isn't right here. Ashley stares at me with her red eyes. If they continue with their curiosity, they will meet an evil entity that will take their lives. What do you say? Doesn't sound very convincing. I immediately interrupted. The only evil entity here is you. Ashley shakes her head in denial. You're wrong! I am the good one! She then said, looking into my eyes with the pure innocence in hers. I could only laugh at that comment. It had to be a joke. After doing all what you say you're good. Don't laugh. I'm only trying to protect you, replied Ashley, furious while waving her arms. She then crosses her arms and gives me an unpleased look. Do you expect me to believe that? I replied sarcastically. What she said made no sense, but somehow she seemed oddly convinced it was the truth. She was surely a bit wrong in the head. I believe her. But it's true! You have to believe me! This time she sounds really worried about me. I actually feel a little sorry for her. Ashley then stays silent, looking at me with puppy eyes. However, she soon recovers her proud attitude. If you want, hold my hand. I won't harm you, she suddenly says. I look carefully at her. She has a very arrogant face, as if it was a great honor to be able to touch her. You won't do anything strange? I asked, trustful. But after seeing her again, I do not think she was lying. Ashley nods in full confidence. I promise you. I stare at her for a few seconds, making sure there isn't a trap. Okay, but why do you want me to hold your hand? I ask at the same time and extend my hand. Ashley opens her eyes, surprised after hearing my question. She then stares at me in annoyance. Are you stupid? Obviously to guide you out of the forest, she said, just as she takes my hand in one quick move. I then find myself being dragged by this strange girl. But this is the opposite way from where the melodious voice comes from. I said, looking back for a second. I felt really curious about who she was. You ignore that voice. It charms men to make them her victims. Think of it as a siren. Ashley explained in a bad mood, with her eyes always looking to the front. It seemed she didn't get along well with whomever the person was or entity was. Wouldn't you be the one who can collects the souls of fools? I asked without thinking. I seriously need more experience with dealing with the girl. If only I were more popular. Ashley stopped suddenly. She then turns to me, showing me a furious face. You idiot! I already said I'm the good one! My kid's looking at me. For a moment, I thought she was going to hit me on the head. But fortunately, she stopped before doing so, or biting me again. Okay. I meekly responded as if I were a scolded child. But if you eat me, I will make sure to give you the worst indigestion of your life. You idiot! I don't eat humans! Oh, my ear itches! Replied Ashley, ending with an arrogant snort. 3:11 a.m. Several minutes had passed since I started to walk hand in hand with Ashley. At the beginning, I did not trust her at all. But the more time passed, the easier it was to believe her. I hadn't noticed before how comfortable her hand is, soft and pleasant to the touch. I blushed, just thinking about it. Even if she's a witch, she's a girl too, right? We know what Axel's thinking. Then I sigh. Come on, Axel, composure. With every step of the cursed force seemed to weaken. The atmosphere was less oppressed every minute until finally I was able to forget about that unpleasant feeling. Before I noticed, the darkness had returned to normal, feeling only empty. The rotten smell also disappeared without a trace. Now I can really only say I was a common and ordinary forest, even boring. But I couldn't be more grateful for that. Just a little more to get out, so let's keep moving. Then I set my sight on the back of Ashley, watching her walk in silence. She was completely focused on that simple thing. If you're the witch from the legend, why are you helping me? I suddenly asked, not thinking twice before it. I was really intrigued by that. Ashley stops and turns, looking at me with an angry face. Idiot! Do you really think that all witches are evil? She was right. The general image of witches is not good. But it's not as if stereotypes were truthful. Then she closes her eyes, making an annoyed face. It's true that I had supernatural powers, but I never used them to do any harm. She lowers her sight and pauses. Suddenly looks sad. She looks sad. My only sin was to be born in the time of the witch hunts. That's why I was condemned. That explains it well. I feel that I can trust she is good. But there's still one more question. And how did you end up becoming a cat? Ashley immediately blushes. She was so embarrassed that it almost adorable almost. Well, before my execution, there was a cat watching in the distance, so I decided to transfer soul into it. She explained, avoiding looking into my eyes. Of course, we now share the body. We have like a deal. The cat will be happy as long as it has something to eat and a place to sleep. I try to provide her with all those needs. And in return, she lets me stay in her body. As she talks, she is blushing shyly. I see. I think it's a fair deal, I replied with a sincere smile. The truth is, I found it a little funny. It turns out that she is both a girl and a cat. That answers some questions. Ashley closes her eyes and nods a couple times. When she wants she can be very cute. Too bad that it happens so rarely. I'm not saying more. Ashley continues walking to the exit. This time I stay in silence. All that remains for me is to escape from this place. 3:15 a.m. Well, here we are, Ashley said just a few minutes after we talked. She isn't lying. I could see the end of the forest in the distance. I had to contain my desire to scream with joy at that moment. There must be 2 other humans close here, your friends. Go with them and return home. I hope nobody else comes tonight, Ashley said, giving me a subtle farewell. But strangely, she does not let go of my hand. She looks deep into my eyes. Amazed, I notice the gentleness of that reflects on them. Can you make me a promise? She suddenly said with an honest voice. It was no joke. What is it? I asked, full of curiosity. I don't know what I can do for a witch, but after helping me to escape, I think that she deserves me to hear her request. End of this legend, she then murmured with an air of sadness. I can't understand why she asked for something like this. I want you to help me keep people away. The legend only attracts people, as in your case. I need to kill it, replacing the supernatural danger with a human danger. A human danger? So you want to scare them with ordinary dangers of thieves or ferocious animals. On second thought, I thought there is logic in what you were asked. If you remove the element of magic, it only leaves the danger of then exploring the forest. It's not worth the risk. Ashley nods and then looks into my eyes, blushing. Yes, exactly, she said, pleased. Okay, I'll do it. You can rely on me. I responded with determination. I wanted her to know how serious I was, that it was not a promise I would forget as soon as I would get out of the forest. Thank you. Then she closes her eyes momentarily and inflates her chest with pride. You aren't as stupid as I thought. I should have expected something like that. Hey, I told you not to talk ill of someone that's in front of you. I I complained angrily. This cat, I mean girl, simply will never change. After seeing my reaction, Ashley cannot help but laugh. I couldn't either. I'm sorry. It's the first time I've seen her so happy. That made me blush. Ashley looked unexpectedly adorable at that moment. My heart was nervously beating as if I was with a normal girl. Suddenly she stares at me and gets so close her face is less than an inch from mine. Again, she demonstrates not knowing what personal space is. But this time, I don't know whether to be angry or thankful. Having her so close, a beautiful girl, makes me very nervous. This is farewell, she suddenly said. She then brings her lips to my cheek and gives me a tender kiss. Everything becomes white at that moment. Everything loses its color. Everything is gone. Everything. Everything. 3:18 a.m. I'm outside of the forest. I have no idea of how I made it here, but this is no illusion. I'm bewildered, as if I'd been sleepwalking. Which friend? Axel! Axel! Suddenly I hear someone call my name. But it's not any strange voice. It's the voices of my friends who are looking for me. Hey, over here! I shout without a second hesitation, with a bit of clumsiness because of my confusion. Soon they found me and impatiently run towards me. Where were you? The worry was killing us, Stephen said with a face that I don't remember having ever seen before. Before answering, I rubbed my forehead. Within the forest, I couldn't find the exit. Alfred was about to say something before I interrupted. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was just lost. There are important things. The important thing is that we are all safe. Yes, you're right. Hey, why don't you feel that we were forgetting something? Alfred murmured at the same time. He lowers his sight pensive. Suddenly a blurry image appears in my mind. It's white and bright, but I can't remember more. However, that weak memory wakes a strange feeling of nostalgia in me. It was as if I had lost something. But what could it be? Anyway, we should go home. This has gone on too far for a test of courage, I said with no intention of spending one more minute in this forest. They both agree with me. With nothing else to say, we can only return home. By the way, guys, we should write on that page to not go to the forest. Forget about witches, and somebody might get lost in there as it happened to me. It was a miracle that I came out alive with that beast looking around. Before knowing it, my lips move. Why did I say that? I have no idea, but something inside me inspired me to do so. To be honest, I have no memory of this beast I speak of. All I can remember is that it had red eyes, white fur, nothing else. Then I remember something. I think it was a promise I made to... Wait, to whom had I made that promise? I think about it for a moment in silence, but in the end, I can't remember a thing. No matter. All I know is that I got out, and I'll never come back here again. The end. So, we did 2 endings. A good ending and a bad ending, obviously. So, if there's more, fine, I'm not doing more. I think I did pretty good for all that. So, anyway, leave a like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.